Sometimes I go down a rabbit hole, and quite often it's a big one. Recently I spent days reading scientific papers on compost, soil life, roots, fungi, the whole lot. And what do you think I discovered? Well, I've actually been doing it the right way all along. So today I want to share what I've learnt with you without all the jargon and explain why I use compost in the spring and not throw it around on my beds before winter set in, because what I am about to share, well, it does actually make perfect sense. So let's keep this simple. So what did I learn after reading all these papers? Here's the big headline. Compost is used best when plants are actively growing. That's because compost is full of nutrients, and especially nitrogen. When plants are alive, their roots are constantly taking up those nutrients. It's a perfect match. But over winter, well, in most cases, in the veg beds, there's no roots. Most of the crops have done their thing for the year and have been cleared. No roots means no uptake, and nothing holding those nutrients in place. So heavy rain can wash them deeper into the soil, out of reach for next year's crops. That was the first thing that really hit me. Applying compost in winter means a lot of its goodness simply isn't being used. Why do I apply compost in the spring? Because in spring, when the soil warms and roots wake up, everything suddenly comes alive. Plants start feeding, the microbes start racing, and fungi spread their networks. When you apply compost at this moment, it becomes incredibly effective. The roots use the nutrients, microbes break it down quickly, and the fungi help build structure. It's like the whole soil ecosystem is hungry. And compost arrives at exactly the right moment. So applying compost in spring means fewer nutrients wasted, more going into the plants, better soil structure, healthier crops overall. And honestly, this matches exactly what I see in my own beds every year. But winter still matters. Just because compost isn't ideal in winter doesn't mean the soil should be left bare. Bare soil loses moisture, it loses microbes, it loses resilience. So here's what I do, and what the research absolutely supports. In winter, I cover the soil with organic matter, not compost. Finding enough can be a challenge though. Recently, however, I managed to secure a load of aged sheep manure and bedding, but it was more than I bargained for. In fact, a whole lot more. In fact, 20 tons more. And here's the tractor coming through my narrow gates to tip his last load. And with the ground being quite soft, he did struggle a bit. But if you can't get an amount like this, then you can add things like shredded leaves, leaf mold, straw, fallen plant material. These break down slowly. They protect the soil surface. They gently feed fungi and microbes through winter. And because they're slow to decompose, nutrients aren't washed away. Winter organic matter is like a slow simmer for the soil life, keeping everything gently ticking along until spring. So how does this look in my garden? Here in Hungary, this is exactly how I manage my beds. In winter, I pile on leaves, loads of them. Plus now I can use my recent delivery, so I have plenty. Okay, it looks messy, but underneath, the soil stays alive and protected, worms drag the materials down, the fungi spread, and the moisture stays locked in. A quick fact for you, organic matter can hold up to an extra 10% of its own mass in water. And in spring, I move the leaves aside, and then I can apply compost and plant directly into it. The compost is fresh, rich, and ready for the plants when they actually need it. Simple, effective, and completely in tune with nature. My simple rule now is confirmed after reading all the research, testing it, and watching the results. I follow one simple rule. Winter, feed the soil life. Winter coverings feed the ecosystem. Spring compost feeds the crops. So yes, you can add compost in winter. Nothing bad will happen. But if you want the biggest benefit from your compost, save it for when your plants are hungry. Cover your beds in winter, feed them in spring. Your soil and your harvest will thank you with great abundance. If you found this helpful, please give it a green thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And tell me in the comments, when do you apply compost? Winter, spring, or maybe both? If you would like to see my easy way of making your own compost, then this video is for you. It's very easy and I get great results every time. For now though, thanks for watching Diary of an Organic Grower, and I'll see you next time.